Hello, dear friends. Welcome to our weekly online webinar that organized by IVMED Fertility Center and IVMED Family IVF and Surrogacy Agency. We have a special topic today. Our topic is surrogacy process, baby birth. Today we will answer the most common questions about baby birth, how to prepare for that, and other questions that we hear a lot. So today we will answer your questions. I'm here today with my colleague, Iryna, and we will answer all the questions.
Hello, everyone.
Just to remind you that we have an active chat, so you can ask all your questions during the presentation, and we will answer them afterwards. And also to remind you that we have a YouTube channel, and this webinar will be recorded. And you can watch the webinar and other webinars, our online meetings with a specialist of agency and also of fertility center. You can watch that on our YouTube channel. So we will start with our first question. And our first question is, when do we start to prepare for baby's birth? Actually, it's a really interesting question, and we hear that a lot because our patients are worried, and it's okay to have some doubts, to have questions, and maybe also it's okay to be afraid, because for some patients it's your first child, and some patients don't have any experience how to take care of baby, and also patients don't have experience in surrogacy also. So when to start to prepare for baby birth, we recommend maybe in 1 month or 1 month and a half before the baby birth. So you can ask all your questions about accommodation, about baby items, baby essentials, and maternity hospital, and so forth. And also we highly recommend to start reading some materials about how to take care about babies. Also, you can contact with your parents, grandparents, sisters, brothers, your family members. Also ask them how to take care about baby. But also we are always here for you, and we are ready to answer all the questions. And when you will be when you are with the baby, don't worry, there will be help in the maternity hospital, and also we will help you to answer all the questions, and there will be a doctor who will visit baby during your stay in Kiev. So you will not be alone, but still you need to do some preparation how to take care about the baby, and about all the legal process and so forth. So we will continue with our next question.
Yeah, I also just want to add that you need to be here around 2 weeks before the approximate due date. Because as far as you know, it's natural process, and nobody can predict when you should be here. And of course, we like coordinators prefer that you will be here in Ukraine and just waiting, for example, a couple of days. And after, when your surrogate mother start to give birth, we just call our driver, pick up you, and go to the maternity hospital. So please take it into account that we prefer if you are coming here like 2 weeks before the approximate due date.
Yeah, and also I add that not only you need to prepare for the baby birth, not only like how to take care about the baby and so forth, also you need to prepare the visa or the application, so we can send an invitation letter for you. And we also we take into account at that time the due date, and then you need to come to Kiev. So we will remind you several times about your visa, tickets, and it's better to buy airplane tickets in advance also. It will be not so expensive, for example, or during the quarantine. So we need to check all the information before you visit. And we will move to our next question also.
Okay.
So Iryna, please.
The next question will be from you. How can we book an apartment? So closer to the day when you are coming to Kiev, but it should be like half of months, yeah, again, 2 weeks before you are coming, you can ask your coordinator about available apartment, yeah, because we provide in our programs include the apartment for all our patients for during the baby pickup. So we will send you, for example, photos, videos, yeah, pictures of your approximate apartment, and just to agree with you if you like it or not, yeah, and you can send us your preferences, what would you like, and after that we will book apartment for you. Just you need to send us your tickets when you know for sure when you are coming to Ukraine, and we will book this apartment from the date when you should come to Ukraine. Further, we will contact and understand how many days you will be doing here in Ukraine during the legal process, and clarify again how many days you need to stay on this apartment. So yeah,
thank you. So we will move to our next question, and I can answer that. Do we need to prepare baby items? Do you have a list? Can we buy items in Ukraine? Really popular question. Yes, you need to prepare baby items, and we have a list we can send you before your visit to Ukraine, because a lot of patients, for example, prefer to buy, for example, baby formula or some baby essentials or diapers, for example, in their own country. But if you don't have something, you can of course buy it in Ukraine. We can help you. You can order it online. For example, during your stay in maternity hospital, also you don't need to buy baby formula because the doctor decides which baby formula the baby is going to eat. And so we don't recommend to buy a lot of baby formula in advance, because for example, in the maternity hospital for couple of days, baby eats one baby formula, and after that the doctor can recommend to change baby formula. So you don't need to buy like a lot, but baby's essentials like, I don't know, bottles or baby clothes and so forth, you can buy it in advance. And also you can buy it in Ukraine. We have a lot of shops, baby shops here for children, and also you can order online. So a lot of patients also order online, so you don't need to go somewhere to find the shop. It's okay.
Even delivery to your apartment, so it's really very comfortable just to order some items, and waiting when delivery
you
come
can
to you.
buy like everything online, so you don't need to worry. And we can send you a list like for baby essentials, and during your stay in Kiev also, if you need something, you can buy it online. It's not a problem. So let's move to another question.
Okay. The next one, can I be with my surrogate mother during the childbirth? Usually this questions, it's up to our patients, because some of them prefer to stay with the surrogate mother during the childbirth, some of them prefer to visit after the childbirth. Yes, so it depends on patients. And according to our experience, for example, maternity hospital with which we cooperate for current moment, they can require additional tests, for allow patient to be with the surrogate mother during the childbirth. It can be like X-ray, some COVID tests, of course. It's X-ray and perhaps some additional blood tests, but we will need to clarify. Sometimes, it depends on situation. So in general, if you prefer to be with surrogate mother during the childbirth, yes, we can arrange it and just clarify details. But again, it's up to you. Thank you.
So let's move to another question. Do I need to stay in maternity hospital with the baby? Will we stay in the personal hospital room? Is food in the hospital included in the package? So now we work with private maternity hospital, so it's also up to you. So you can stay with the baby. For example, you are already in Kiev. We contact maternity hospital contacts with us and say the baby was born. So you can go to maternity hospital, stay there for a couple of days. Yes, you will have your personal hospital room. It's for you can stay together, like husband and wife can stay there. Only husband, only wife. It's also okay. So you don't need to be in the hospital like together. And food in the hospital is included in the package, so you don't need to buy like additional food or something. Of course, you can bring your food if you want. But a lot of our patients are really excited about food in the maternity hospital. All of them say that they gained some weight during their stay in the maternity hospital because the food is really great, and the doctors and nurses in the maternity hospital are really welcoming, and they're always helpful. So you don't need to worry. But if you have some, for example, misunderstanding, or you want to communicate with the doctor and they don't speak, for example, your language, it's okay. You can call your medical coordinator, and through the phone you can translate. It's not a problem. But if you don't want to stay in the maternity hospital, there is an option. So the baby will stay some days in the hospital. So the doctors need to check the baby's health and to do some blood tests, and also do the vaccination if you want. And after that, you can come to the maternity hospital and take the baby and come back home. So we will move to our next question.
How many days will we stay in the maternity hospital? As my colleague Daria mentioned, here in the package included staying at the maternity hospital, and it's around 2 days. So you can be here around 2 days. Each additional day will be for additional cost, but in our packages, he included just full 2 days during the during this period. The nurse will help you and teach you how to care about the baby, how to correctly give him or her formula, how to care, how to change nappies. So everything that will be there. And of course, if you have additional questions, you can ask and clarify what temperature should be in the room, how correctly to dress on baby. So just feel free to ask any questions, and during these days you will teach everything what you need. Thank you.
So let's move to another question. During the pandemic, can we stay with the baby in the maternity hospital? Yes, you can. And if you want to, you need to do the test for COVID, PCR test, before you stay in the hospital with the baby. We can also help you to arrange that. It's not a big problem. We have a lot of laboratories in Ukraine, and you can get your result in like 1 or 2 days. It's really fast. You don't need to wait like for a long time. And yes, you can stay. It's not a problem because it's your baby. If you want to stay with baby in the hospital, it's okay. So let's we will move to another question.
Okay, the next one: are there baby's grip carriage scale in the apartment? We provide for all our patients like a baby grip, yes, so we'll provide it in your apartment. About the carriage scale and other items which you want it should be on your apartment, we can advise some shops where you can rent these items. It can be for additional cost, but not like it's not so expensive. But during a stay in Ukraine, this will be enough.
Okay, thank you.
One.
And we can also help you to rent. It's not a problem. So we will move to our next question. Will the pediatrician visit our baby? How often? We will visit, the pediatrician will visit the baby during your stay in Kiev. It's before 1 month. It's one time per week. So if you stay in Kiev, for example, for 4 months, so it will be like 4 times. But if you stay longer, it depends on the baby's health. So usually after 1 month, the pediatrician visits baby like 1 time in 2 weeks. But also it depends on the situation. If you have any problems or any questions, or baby is is crying all the time and you don't know why, so you think maybe something is wrong, you just contact your medical coordinator and we will contact with the doctor, and the doctor can visit your baby more often if you have any problems or questions with the baby. So we work with the best neonatologists and best pediatricians in Kiev. So they have an experience to work with not only with Ukrainian babies, but also with babies and parents from foreign countries. So and also we believe that your baby with the pediatrician altogether, so there you don't need to worry about the communication. So we do the translation and help you to contact with the doctor, so you don't need to worry about that part. So we move to another question.
The next one will be, I want to do vaccination. Can I? In my country, baby's vaccination is mandatory. For example, according to our experience, after the childbirth, a nurse usually or doctor usually ask you, what do you want to do the vaccination? Because, for example, according to Ukrainian standards, we do after the childbirth on the first day of life, we will do vaccination of vitamin K and vaccination of hepatitis B, and on the third day we perform the BCG vaccination. So it depends on you. If you prefer to do this vaccination, of course we will ask you. You just need to confirm it. If, for example, you don't want that we do this vaccination, you just tell us, and we discuss it with doctor, with nurse, and warn them that that parents don't want to do these vaccinations.
So okay, sorry.
I also remember that sometimes, according to your standards in different countries, they can be different, right? So if you want to do some vaccination in addition, you just need to warn your coordinator earlier, and tell could we do it or not, and we will discuss it with doctor and clarify if it's possible. Do we have this vaccination, and etc.
So I'd like to also add that, as Iryna said before, in different countries there are different requirements for the vaccination. For example, for hepatitis, in some countries, the second time you need to do when baby is 1 month, and in some countries when baby is 2 months. So it also depends. And I'd like to add that it's part of the preparation for baby birth. So you can discuss the vaccination with your partner, with your husband or wife, and check the vaccination schedule in your country, because in Ukraine it can be not like in your country. So when baby is born, we do the first vaccination, but after that we can arrange the vaccination if you want to do it in Ukraine, or you can wait and do it in your country, the next steps of vaccination, because there are a lot of them, they're a huge schedule. And you also can have a consultation with a doctor, with our pediatrician, and she can recommend you about the next steps of vaccination, like a second step or the third step of vaccination. So we can discuss that. It's not a problem, as we said before. So we move to the next question. What if something happens with the baby? What we need to do? Call the ambulance. So firstly, you need to call your medical coordinator, and don't worry if it's early night or morning or whatever. Because baby's health is the most important part for us. And if something is wrong, firstly, call your medical coordinator. We can ask you several questions, for example, about baby's health condition, temperature, symptoms, yes, baby formula, pooping part also is really important, because babies are really small and they still need to develop some systems, digestive system. And after that, we decide together, can we call an ambulance, or maybe we needed to wait sometimes and visit the doctor. We have an ambulance that can, it's private ambulance, but it's really professional, so we can call them. And sometimes even they have English-speaking doctors. If they don't have So as usual, we can do the translation through the mobile phone. And after that, doctor will visit your baby and tell us what to do. Maybe do we need to go to the hospital, we need to take some medicine, or we need to wait for some time. So firstly, the most important part, you need to remember that you need to call your medical coordinator, and don't be shy to call us, because baby's health is the most important. We had some experience calling an ambulance at night, for example, or early in the morning, or I had an experience when baby was crying constantly and parents didn't know what to do. They were afraid, and it's okay, it's understandable. And it was a first child, and we contacted, and after that I organized, it was not a big deal, and I organized the pediatrician visit, and everything was fine. For now, parents are really have experience. And we will move to our next question.
The next one, if I need help with the nanny, can you help me to find one, and how much does it cost? Again, we can arrange and help you to find the nanny if it's necessary, because in our program, it's not included, but we can anyway. We usually help patients and support them all the time. So nanny is like additional service, and if it's needed, we have some good contacts of different nannies, and we can agree with them when they should come, how to care about your child, etc. So it depends on your preferences, and the price will be from 100 hryvnias per 1 hour. So it depends on how many hours you want that nanny stay with your child. We can agree it again and discuss, and after that invite nanny to your child.
So also I want to add that a lot of nannies, they are actually nurses. In Ukraine, it's really common.
Medical education.
Yes, they have medical education, so you can trust them. And we had a lot of contacts, a lot of nannies. They also had an experience to take care about foreign babies, not only Ukrainian ones. So we can arrange that. So that was the last question for our presentation, and I just need to check if we have any questions in our chat, just to wait a little bit. Just to remind you that you can ask us all the questions if you want, and this webinar will be recorded. And you can also watch another webinars about surrogacy process in our YouTube channel. So we had a webinar about risks management and surrogacy process. Also, me and Iryna, we took part in the webinar about questions and answers about surrogacy, like answers about common questions. And also we have special webinars with fertility specialists, and webinars about our programs, like egg donation progress and also surrogacy programs. So I just need to check our chat. It seems that we don't have any questions. If we, okay, how can I find more information about costs of surrogacy? Mm-hmm. So please, Iryna.
Perhaps please could you send us your email, and we will contact you on a phone number just right here, and we will send you the whole information about different programs that we have and the cost, of course, and after that can arrange a call and explain you the whole process and some details.
Okay. Also, we have a website you can check, but it will be quicker and easier just to leave your email or phone number, and we will contact you. We have different programs and for different needs, for different patients.
You need to better understand your case, which exactly programs, perhaps just with own cells, with egg donation. So just need to have more details to provide you the correct information.
And also, as I said before, we have a webinar, online meeting, where we talk about our surrogacy program. So you can also check when you have free time and just check. So thank you. Okay. Okay, perfect.
Nice.
So yeah, thank you for your
just...
email. So we will do the record and sell you all the information. If you have any questions, so we're here, and just wait for some time.
Okay. Yes, Sergio, we will contact you, be
Yeah.
sure.
So if you have any questions, we still... And we have a Facebook page, so you can also check. We have a lot of nice information there about ultrasound checks and so forth. So I'll check our chat. So if we don't answer your questions, you can always contact us and send us your questions through email. And I think we don't have another question, so we will finish our webinar, and we invite you to our next webinars. It will be in 2 weeks, and have a nice weekend. Stay safe, and see you next time.
See you next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.